I request everybody to please settle down at the back. Students at the back, please settle down. Robert Swan. A very good morning to our distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, faculty members, and dear partners. I, Rachel, will be your host for this inaugural ceremony. It is my absolute honor to welcome you all to Sparks, Social Workers' Perspectives, Action, Research, Knowledge, and Service, an international conference conducted by the School of Social Work in collaboration with the University of Houston, downtown Texas, USA. This year's theme, Advancing Sustainability Transition for People and Planet, the Road Ahead, highlights the crucial role social work plays in shaping a sustainable future. As we gather here today, let us reflect on how we, as professionals, academicians, and change makers, can contribute to meaningful transitions for both society and our planet. To commence our conference, let us begin with the prayer, which will be led by Catherine and team. Lord my God, when I am awesome wonder, consider all the works thy hand have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Thank you, Catherine and team, for that wonderful invocation. I call upon the convener of the conference, Dr. Prema Jyoti Ji, to escort the dignitaries on his dais. This conference, a joint venture by St. Joseph's University, School of Social Work, and the University of Houston, downtown Texas, USA, is a testament to our collective commitment to people and planet. St. Joseph's University, established in 1882, has grown into a beacon of excellence in education, research, and social engagement. Its School of Social Work, founded in 2005 and elevated in 2021, is dedicated to addressing social issues through rigorous education, impactful research, and community-driven action. The university remains committed to nurturing individuals who drive positive societal change. The University of Houston Downtown, founded in the 1970s, has grown from offering its first four-year degree in criminal justice to becoming a leading metropolitan university, recognized as Texas' third fastest growing university by the 1990s. The university expanded its programs to include graduate degrees, forged partnerships with Lone Star College, and developed transfer pathways for community college students. Today, the university serves over 14,000 students annually, is a Hispanic serving and minority serving institution, and remains committed to fostering a diverse, dynamic, and workforce aligned educational environment. Today, we embark on a journey to explore the vital contribution of social work in driving meaningful change, fostering resilience, and creating sustainable solutions that protect both communities and the environment. On this note, I take great pleasure in inviting Father Dr. Augustine Luther, Dean of the School of Social Work, to deliver the welcome address.
So good morning, dear students, my dear faculty, as well as the guests, the paper presenters, as well as the guests from the University of Houston. It's such a pleasure to have all of you at this conference. And I always tell you, social workers, do we have a responsibility towards people and planet? I think that's not a question, because the only thing social workers are called to do is we are responsible towards people and planet. And today, I would like to welcome all of you for this wonderful conference. They always say, conference is a time of celebration of academia. Conference is a celebration of social activism. Conference is a time of the celebration of champions of sustainability. And today, this conference, we have a group of people, champions of sustainability, people with social activism, people who are into academia, intellectual activity. That's what makes this conference special and unique at this time. On this day, the conference sparks advancing sustainability for people and planet, the road ahead, is an important roadmap for us. It's a celebration as we celebrate to and towards the people and the planet. On this special day, I'd like to welcome all the guests on the dais who are present with us today. First, in a special way, we have Dr. Selvaraj Arulnathan, who is the chief guest, and he's the director of Indian Social Institute. As a Jesuit, he has been pioneering a lot of social activism. Father, thank you for being here and inspiring our students during this conference. The other person, social activist, all of you know, the Iron Lady of Manipur. You see here, very soft and gentle looking Europe Sharmila. A big round of applause. When I was a student of social work at Loyola College, Chennai, she was in fasting. She started her fasting in the year 2000. and she completed her fasting in 2016. 16 years she fasted against the special powers that were given to the army in her state. The government had put her under house arrest. 500 weeks she was force-fed food. I think it is our honor and privilege to share days with a great social activist such as Hirom Sharmila. A big round of applause and a warm welcome. And we also have students and faculty from University of Texas, Houston, downtown. I think it's the first time you are coming to St. Joseph's University, and we are extremely glad Dr. Shannon was the first one who took the initiative. She came and we all of us had a meeting. We met the Vice Chancellor. We like to go ahead with you in collaborating in conferences, in research, in publication. We also have two faculty also among them who have just completed or the PhD and they submitted the PhD. And St. Joseph University warmly welcomes all of you on this special day. Thank you for being here in this conference. We wish that we don't stop with this, but we'll collaborate in the days to come with your faculty as well as the students. A big round of applause for all the students and faculty in the University of Houston. We have another important person, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of this university, Dr. Regina Matthias. She has been a great support for the School of Social Work. I've gone a number of times to meet her, and every time she always, with a great smile, with a positive appreciation, she always guides and leads us. I always gone a number of times to her office. Anytime we go to the request, she's always ready to support us. Ma'am, thank you so much for being an inspirational leader to all of us. We wish you the best. A big round of applause and a warm welcome. And another young dynamic head of the department, Dr. Godfrey. Dr. Adeline Godfrey is a very good teacher and thank you for being with us on this day, and I wish the students are always inspired by your presence. And we have conveners of this conference, I think both of them here, Dr. Prema Jyoti. I think she took months of hard work to prepare this conference. Thank you for your hard work. We also have Dr. Lavanya Princess, I think another conference convener, who is doing an amazing job. A warm welcome to you as well. And I also like to welcome all the faculty of the School of Social Work. I can just ask them to stand. Here we have Dr. Ted, and we have Father Captain Singh, Father Francis, Miss Maria, Father Simon, Miss Leora, Father Simon, Dr. Gokul. These are amazing faculty in the School of Social Work. Thank you for all your hard work. And another important person here, Dr. Rajan. Now, a couple of words about Dr. Rajendra. He is a social activist. He has done tremendous work. Even what we call in the Devadasi community, prostitutes of God. He has done tremendous work among this community and made the government to make policies. So he has been involved in a lot of policy formulations from the government side. And I would like to also welcome all the paper presenters and teaching faculty, professors from other universities of India. There are so many of them come from different. Thank you so much for being here, encouraging the students to participate, as well as you also presenting a paper. A big round of applause for them. And the stars of this conference is my own students from MSW and BSW. Because it is very hard work, with commitment, with dedication is what makes it happen. I would like to thank all of you for your hard work and commitment. May you make use of this platform. May you deliberate, may you discuss, may you argue, and understand. Let's welcome one and all for this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Augustine, for setting the tone for today's discussions and engagements. Moving forward, I would now like to invite our esteemed dignitaries, Father Dr. Selvaraj Arunathan, SJ, Director, Indian Social Institute, Bangalore, Ms. Ivo Sharmila, and Dr. Regina Matthias, Pro Vice Chancellor, SJU, to inaugurate the conference by watering the plant. Thank you, dignitaries. Just like a plant thrives with care and nourishment, growth in any field requires consistency and effort. Let's keep watching our ideas and watch them flourish. With this, I would like to invite Dr. Y. J. Rajendra, Assistant Professor, School of Social Work, to introduce the theme of the conference.
Thank you. I'm here to talk about the conference, which you know on. And the conference should bring sparks. And you're all already, I was telling them minting, shining. So that itself is evident. One is that now this is time, the transition is taking place. Developments are quite faster. According to the fastness, bring prosperity and also challenges. And it's very fast. It is in this context we have to be prepared to address the issues. And the challenges are very, very different, difficult to handle. It's a global, local. Now we are in that era. That's what the transition is taking place. We have to be extraordinarily careful, prepared to address that kind of issue. Spark is required. Spark, not just the social workers alone, in the general public, NGOs, all those who are actually addressing the problem. There is a need for such a combination of things. We'll have to actually get to know more. The type of developments that are taking place are new. All corporators, marketers. When such situation arises, those who can afford to can come up. Those who cannot, they will gladly. This is the challenge before us. Not just the advanced countries, even our countries, developing countries, these are some of the issues. Then who should address this? How to address this? It's basically those who are working with communities directly, especially those who are working with vulnerable sections of the community. We have to get to. It's in this context, all of us need to take a look at, relook at, research. Nowadays, you always look for opportunities. All companies, including government, give a lot of importance for R&D, research and development. Research finds the facts. Research brings the light. Research brings the energy. Research provoke thinking, provoke thoughts, motivate us, strengthen us to look at the different kinds of developments that are taking place. Though it is challenging, we have enough instrument to challenge them. So in that regard, we should prepare and kind of research. Research is basically finding solutions. Those solutions diversify. So how to handle this itself is something quite challenging. So all of us are actually meeting here. It's not just social workers alone, social work professionals are here in this conference, sharing, presenting ideas, finding solutions. And NGOs are there. Civil society organizations are participating. And very within the context of human rights, international human rights, it applies to everyone, all the countries across the world. Now everything is globalized. The life is also different, but large sections of people living that should be our concern. That's what this. Advancing sustainability, how to sustain this, how to sustain ourselves first, our livelihoods first, lives and livelihoods first. So these are some of the challenges. That's what this. If you look at the main thing is that the social workers to get ready to address. And look at the issues, some things that the conference has put. Something talks about health, education, most important. Also, environment. It's not just physical environment, environmental justice, gender justice. Varieties of violations that are taking place, we are examining, finding out solutions. It's not just finding solutions from books, secondary sources of information. The research takes all of us to the grassroots. Learn from the grassroots what is happening in all that. So solutions should also emerge from that. We, the social workers, development professionals, really the bottom of our. So from the bottom, we have to learn what is happening in the real life situation. That is most important. If you catch up that, then there is a possibility of finding solutions. Are we going to find solution? No, we are not finding solution. We are studying this and also offer people to suggest, come up with suggestions, comments, so that the comments and suggestions also come up from the that can sustain just academic research drafted at the top level, taking it to the down level may not. So it is in this context. This conference is most important thing. It's a spark can ignite. So that's what now we are in research. We are doing research. Fact finding is also research. And investigation is also research. So we have to learn from the field. The entire conference should give most attention to the grassroots. So learning from that and going forward is going to bring development. That's what is we talk about development, human development, sustainable development goals. We have to critically examine sustainable development goals. All these 17 goals, the validity of those. As stated, it is very good, but we have to critically examine whether these development goals, the benefits, reaching to the grassroots. If it is not reaching, we should not actually take sides. We should tell that no, this has become a kind of business. We should accept sustainable development goals, but we have to examine, critically examine this, in what way it is benefiting people. It's in this context, this conference sparks in terms of ideas, in terms of thoughts, all this will actually be useful for us and for future. So I think this conference will actually come up with a lot of recommendations, a lot of learnings. So I wish all of you the best and thank Trainer Jyoti and Lavanya Madam designing this in a very difficult way. I think this will be successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ravindra, for providing us with valuable insights into our theme. With the theme Advancing Sustainability Transition for People and Planet, the Road Ahead, this conference ignites a collective call to action, empowering social workers to be bold change makers, driving forward a future where justice, sustainability, and the well being of all people and our planet are at the heart of everything we do. We are privileged to have among us our esteemed chief guest, Father Dr. Selvaraj Arunathan, SJ, Director of the Indian Social Institute, Bangalore. To introduce him formally, I invite Ms. Juliet Lisna. Good morning, everyone. We are privileged to have with us Father Dr. Selvaraj Arunathan, SJ. Interdisciplinary study of Dalits in India and African Americans in the United States of America. He is a distinguished thinker, writer, and trainer who has empowered grassroots rural youth, activists, and social workers through his research and training. His work focuses on Dalits, Adivasis, tribal, minorities, and development studies. His expertise and dedication to these causes have led him to international platforms, including the 36th session of the United Nations Human Rights Conference in Geneva in 2017, where he presented on the challenges faced by Tamils in Sri Lanka and Dalits in India. Dr. Selvaraj is a prolific writer, having authored and co-authored 6 books and contributed extensively to various journals and academic publications. His areas of expertise are vast. To name a few, social, cultural, and political analysis and Catholic social teaching, Hindu fundamentalism and political majoritarianism, leadership, community building, group dynamics, and time management, philosophical studies in existentialism, phenomenology, and postmodernism, retreats and integration programs for social activists and workers. With his extensive knowledge and commitment to social transformation, Father Dr. Selvaraj Arunathan is a highly sought after resource person in academic and activist circles. His insights and research continue to shape policies and perspectives, fostering a more just and inclusive society. A warm welcome to you, Father. I now I now humbly request our dean, Dr. Agustin Lutho, and head of the department, Dr. Alan Godfrey, to felicitate our chief guest. Thank you. I now welcome Father Dr. Selvaraj to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning, friends. The respective dignitaries on the dais. I don't want to mention all their names, but I'd like to especially mention the name of Ms. Ram. The reason is that she has got the greatest resource force among us. I would definitely say that because she was able to resist one of the greatest armed forces of the world, Indian Army,
and signal the world that one slender human female body can threaten the whole world, the world of armies, the world of weapons by their spiritual force. This is where I think we have to learn the lesson from her. And it is because of her a lot of changes even in our armed force law took place. And all this to protect the land, to protect the forests, and protect the people in the forests. So thank you, ma'am. We really appreciate and we really salute you for what you are. Now, when we say environmental sustainability, one person immediately comes to my mind is a person whom you would never think of. It's the forest brigand, Sandalwood Veerappan. Why I'm saying this, soon after his death, two governments for more than 2 decades were after him to kill him. And finally, by plot, they killed him. But within a few months of his death, an environmental scientist did a study on the forest, on the whole Bandipur forest or what we call the Western Ghats. And then he came to very, very clear kind of findings that the area which was occupied by Sandalwood Veerappan had more than 30% of the forest cover remaining intact compared to the all other places in the whole Western Ghats. Especially all those timber work trees and timber work plants. It is he who protected forests. It is he who protected the nature. It is he who protected the whole environmental sustainability. We may think in the eyes of the government he was a brigand or he was a criminal or he was whatever it is. But in today's context, when we think of ecological justice or when we think of climate change and then sustainability of the forest, sustainability of the environment, I think he has done more service to this more than any of us here. I would like to actually salute him also on this great thing. So with this even introductory remarks, I would like to speak on mainly 2 areas. One is, first of all, environmental sustainability and the marginalized communities, how it affects. And in line with that, with the encyclical by Pope Francis, whose encyclical on Laudato Si, that is the care for common home, because that is one of the very, very latest and one of the best documents that came, I think, in the 21st century on environmental and ecological sustainability. So I'd like to just dwell upon that also. So whenever we think of development, there are 2 areas which are really, really targeted. One is the environment, the ecology, or the whole natural resources. And second one is the people who stay for these natural resources, that are the poor and the marginalized, very particularly the tribals and the Dalits. You can see that not only in India but across the world, it is the marginalized communities, social and economically marginalized communities, who sustain the environment, who sustain the ecological sources. But what happens? The bully government remove them, make those places plunder with all the natural resources, and then they use it for not for the people, but for their own profit motive. That's what is happening. Now, in India, the biggest kind of the target on the environmental sustainability came with the introduction of LPG, that is liberalization, globalization, and privatization. Because it is through this LPG that much of our natural resources were taken away from the people. As we remember, one of the prime ministers, I have great regards for him, but on this score, I don't have really much regards for him. He came in 2011 on the TV said, how can we allow the tribals to sitting on the gold mine? How can we allow the tribals sitting on the gold mine of natural resources? He was meaning about the people in central India, where most of the forest cover was intact, safeguarded by the tribals in that area, by the Adivasis in that area. We know number of this in Narmada Bajava and also, which is the targeting removal of the tribal people who sustain and who safeguarded and protected the whole environmental resource, natural resources for thousands and thousands of years. And in over time, they would like to take out all those things from the people and then make it a profit motive for the socially and economically communities. This is what is happening in terms of the whole idea of climate change and ecological degradation. Now, this really affects the marginalized communities. So we have to look at the whole ecological issues not in isolation with the people, and especially people who have been immediately targeted and who have been immediately affected by the ecological concerns, are the poor and the marginalized. So unless you develop a perspective on looking at any development from the perspective of the poor and the marginalized, you will not really understand the problem that the country or the world is going through. No, we have really deflected with this Paris Treaty, we are really deflected with this, what we call this sustainability, development sustainability, everything. And all these things say that we don't care for the environment, we don't care for the poor and the marginalized. So this is what the world would like to tell us. So in this, from this point of view, I would like to also speak something about the sustainability and the global economy, political economy. The transition towards the green economy is defined by sustainability concerns has led to the growth of renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and eco-friendly technologies. These are all in papers. These are all in papers. But in reality, you have got this safari tourism. Resource scarcity. Sustainability concerns regarding finite resources like water, arable land, and mineral have introduced geopolitical tensions as countries compete for access to these essential resources. This is what is happening today. Because the resources are depleting day by day and the resources become very scanty. Now there is a rush to access this. You know what really just a day before or 2 days before what happened between between Ukraine and the US. You know, the real problem is not about the war, the real problem is sharing the natural resources of Ukraine. And I really salute the Zelensky that he did not want to sign the paper. Because by plundering all these natural resources, by plundering all the minerals, what are you going to do with that country like a small country like Ukraine? You are going to make them paupers. You are going to make them paupers. So this is what is happening in the world now. Now, how the key impact of our development will include poverty alleviation. If we don't have any project that alleviates poverty or that eradicate poverty, whatever scientific kind of a deployment we can, it's not going to really change the world. So at a point of time, you're not going to eat all the, like you're not going to eat the computer chips. You need food. And today, you know, there's a very, very fine saying about the whole idea of corruption and the whole idea of adultery. That someone wanted to commit suicide. So he went to the hospital, he bought a bottle of poison, he drank, and he did not die because it was adulterated. And he was half dead and half alive. So he had to save his life. He went to the hospital to buy medicine to save his life, and then he died. Because the medicine was adulterated. This is what is happening in this country today. Corruption, adulteration, and a kind of high-handedness that has not only ruined the whole environment, the whole ecosystem, but also the people. That's what is happening with us. Now, there is a sort of economic resilience that you have to create with the people. Sustainable practices such as diversifying energy sources and investing in climate adaptation can make economics more resilient to shocks, whether human natural resource disaster or global economic crisis. We also sometimes think that all the natural calamities, because the natural calamities are happening more often now. It was not there for 40 years ago, 30 years ago, or even 50 years ago. The type of a natural calamity that we see, kind of cyclones, tsunami, and a number of other floods and other things, all this happen more often because of the economic ecological degradation. So this is also again, they are grouped under the kind of a natural calamities. None of them are natural calamities, what's happening today. It's around 90% human-made calamities, but 10% maybe due to the effect that the human-made calamity happens. So that also you have to really sustain by kind of economic resilience, which will respect the nature, which will not unduly and irresponsibly deplete the natural resources, but use only for the people. I was really struck down by the way the tribal people live. I've been to a number of these deep tribal areas, like there's the forest in the border of Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. I lived for 2 3 days in the forest. I was so wonderstruck with the way the people never cut trees there. That the tribal they don't cut the trees there. Then now they make their houses with a lot of wood. But the wood, they take all the wood which serve kind of dried up, which falls down. A big kind of logs or the timber that falls down. They make all their furniture, they make all this house building structures only from there. They don't cut any live trees. And for their own firewood, they don't cut again any live trees. They only take from the withered trees as a firewood. And their life is so in constant with the ecological system that they are protected by the forest and they protect the forest. They protect the forest. I think this is what we have to learn from them. The concept of sustainability rooted in the idea of meeting current needs without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet theirs has undergone a fascinating historical evolution as this concept of a developed, it has increased with various socio-political aspects, bringing both positive and negative consequences. It has some few positive consequences it has been given. The traditional processes, which I am speaking about, the traditional processes, which has really sustained the ecosystem for thousands of years. Also now, what has worked against us of the Industrial Revolution? The emergence of the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century marked a significant shift. It brought about rapid industrialization, urbanization, and the exploitation of natural resources, leading to environmental degradation and social disparities. We call it the Enlightenment era. It's actually shame to call it an enlightenment era. It's not an enlightenment era. It is actually not kind of what we say, this is degrading the whole human history, starting from the late 17th and the early 18th century on, especially with the UK, with the Germany being the vanguard of all those industrial revolution. That has happened. The environmental awareness in the mid-20th century concern over environmental degradation led to the rise of the environmental movement. Now, some of the key milestones of that is included in the publication of Rachel Carson's Silent Spring and the first Earth Day in 1970. 1970, we celebrated the first Earth Day. So from this, we have also global agreements. The late 20th century saw the development of international agreements and frameworks like 1992 Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, that which formalizes sustainability as a global priority. Sustainability's intersection with the socio-political aspect is also very important. So from these things, what I really feel is now who is the owner of the land? That makes all the difference. You know, in India in 2022, this Oxfam India published a paper, a research paper. With that Oxfam India has been banned in India because of one small research. They've been banned here. What the research says? It says about 59% of the total wealth, especially the land, is in the hands of the 1% people in India. That means you can really count a few thousand people holding out the whole land in India. So that has really shocked the world to know, because this is the far worse than any of the developed countries. Any of the developed countries, which means that you have been so much exploiting, you're so much exploiting the land, you're so much exploiting the natural resources, that 1% of people are able to access all these things, leaving out the 90, most of the 99% people to go with only for 40% of the natural resources. And again, among them, another 10% of people take almost 40% of the land and 40% of the resources. That means the people who protect the land for thousands of years, they don't have anything to depend on. You see the people, the Adivasis, they don't have even a place to live, a kind of small plot to live. It's the same thing with the Dalits. And where are these Dalits and tribals today? They are in the slums. They are in the fringes of the rivers and the canals, and where they cannot own those lands. So this is what happens. The people who safeguard the land, they don't have the land today. And displacement, marginalized communities often face displacement due to large-scale development projects. And in this occasion, I would like to say white power stands for being a king. People may think that he had a hand with this Bhima Korean, which is not true, which the governments know. Because when I had a long chat with him for an interview in 2013, he very clearly said, because of his intervention in the Supreme Court and in the local courts, he has stalled, rather he supposed stalled more than 100 MOUs. Each MOU not less than 5,000 crores, up to lakhs of crores of rupees. These MOUs are aimed at taking the land, taking the resources from the central part of India, like what we call it today the Sambal Valley. So this is the reason. You have a Jharkhand, you got Chhattisgarh, you got Bihar, you got Madhya Pradesh, all these going with often MOU, Indian corporates and the multinational, and he forced out all of them. And that is the reason what happened to him. So this is what we see, how the whole displacement takes place because of the richness of the soil, richness of the minerals that are there. So now, as a result of it, what happens? The people who protect the land, there is a lack of economic stability, there is a lack of education, there is a lack of access to all other facilities that the other world accesses. So these are some of the things which these people really go through. So from this, I would like to also speak. So these are some of the things which I want to decide about what's happening as a result of all this ecological crisis and climate change. So this result in climate changes. Now we have got a number of treaties starting with 1992. This Rio de Janeiro treaties, World Summit and then you have got the Paris Treaty. You have got a number of other treaties. Now all those treaties are thrown in the dustbin when it comes to the whole question of development. And it is against this background you have to look up to the encyclical that Pope Francis has come out with, Laudato Si, meaning caring for our common home. Caring for our common home, he has got a number of insights into the whole thing. That's why I said, in the 21st century, one of the best documents that came on environmental protection is Laudato Si, care for our common home. So I'm really proud that we also, the history have taken from there. Well, our universal apostolic preferences, we have got 4 universal apostolic preferences across the globe, and one of them is care for our common home. As a result, I'm really happy to say many of our institutions and the campuses have come up with a lot of green projects. I think St. Joseph's University also one of the kind of pioneers into creating a green kind of campuses. May not be here in this campus. I know it's completely replaced with the buildings, with the cement jungle, but you go to the other campus, I think they are going in for a lot of natural covers, the forest, tree covers there. So these are going to be the green campus. Now, what is happening to this world, to our common home? This particular thing summarizes the scope of current problems related to the environmental issues discussed into pollution, climate change, water scarcity, loss of biodiversity, and global inequality. And the human roots to the ecological crisis, he very clearly says without any kind of a qualm that it is a human being who becomes, who is cause for this ecological degradation, he very clearly says. And then he explores the social trends and ideologies that have caused environmental problems. These include the ineffective use of technology and impulse to manipulate and control nature, a view of humans as a separate from the environment, narrowly focused economic theories, and moral relativism. Moral relativism is one of the serious human issues, or kind of moral issues which can justify the end, can justify the means. That is what we call moral relativism. That's going into that. So he also proposes kind of integral ecology, which says this NCV says integral ecology affirms that humans are part and parcel of the world nature. Comprehensive solutions which consider the interaction between natural systems themselves and the social systems. While the study of ecosystems have become well known in the science of ecology, integral ecology expands this paradigm to consider the ethical and spiritual dimensions of how humans are meant to relate to each other and the nature. I think this is very, very important. It's not only about ecology, but integral ecology. That also takes into consideration not only the human being, but also the nature and the relation, the kind of symbiotic relation between the human and the nature. So the lines of approach and action that we need to really take is the calls of integral ecology to political life. It calls for international agreements to protect the environment and assist the low-income countries, new national and local policies, inclusive and transparent decision making, and an economy ordered to the good of all. So you need to develop an economy which really orders the good of all. Not only small elite, but all the people, and also look at from the perspective of the people from the below. That is very, very important for us. So this ecological education, this spirituality also speaks about ecological education and spirituality, which means basically with the application of personal life, it recommends a lifestyle focused less on consumerism and more on timeless, enduring values. It calls for environmental education, joy in one's surroundings, civic love, reception of the sacraments. So these are some of the things which he proposes. That is called the ecological spirituality he proposes. And from these things, what he means to say, you need to develop a different mindset. We need to go for a love of the nature. And he very, very, very strongly quotes Francis of Assisi and Francis of Assisi, who is kind of a friend and protector of the ecology. He calls brother, son, and sister moon, and he gives a kind of a personal relation to each and every creature in the world. I think that is the key to all the ecological regeneration. What we have done is we have done a kind of a destruction of our ecology, but what we mean to today, maybe all of us should really, really feel how important to have this ecological regeneration. See, imagine you have fans, you have air conditions, but even for the fans, for the air conditioning, you need an external air, kind of air space where you have got this circulation. Otherwise, you will get only the fire through your air conditioning. You can only get through the fire through your fan, the wind at the fan. So we need to develop, my dear friends, we need to move forward from ecological consumerism to ecological regeneration. With these words, I would like to once again thank the administration, especially the seminar convening committee for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you and God bless you. Become eco beings, not consumers.
Thank you, Dr. Selvaraj, for your insightful session on environmental sustainability and marginalized communities. Your discussion on how LPG policies have impacted natural resources, the role of government in resource management, and the significance of sustainable packaging was truly thought-provoking. We also appreciate your recognition of St. Joseph's University for its Green Campus initiatives, reinforcing the importance of sustainability in educational institutions. Thank you, Father. Next, I invite Ms. Yukta Lydia to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Ms. Irene Sharmila, a renowned Indian activist. Good morning, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our guest of honor for this conference, Ms. Irene Sharmila. Ms. Irene Sharmila, also known as the Iron Lady of Manipur, has dedicated her life for advocating of human rights and social justice. Her 16-year-long hunger strike, the longest ever recorded in history, was a powerful protest against the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, a law that deeply impacted her home state of Manipur and beyond. Her journey is not just one of protest, but it's a one of hope, sacrifice, and an unshakable belief in the power of non-violent resistance. Beyond being a relentless activist, she is also a poet, a thinker, and an inspiration to millions. Today, as we listen to her, let us open our hearts and minds to the lessons of courage and perseverance that she embodies. I now humbly request our conference conveners, Dr. Prema Jyoti ma'am and Dr. Maria Princess Lavanya ma'am to come forward and felicitate our guest of honor. With great respect and admiration, I welcome Ms. Rome Chanu Sharmila to come forward and share a few words with us.
Opportunity get invited to important occasion. Myself, half illiterate person, institute, sustainable development goal. Uh, I want to tell over it to research students, uh, but uh, can uh, to mention about my witness to this. Uh, Say I have been 7 years in Bangalore, very close by our apartment. Say within 2 years duration, an apartment is almost 200 meters long, 5-story building. It was just finished almost in 2 years. I just thought there is no phone or there nearby, nothing else. Just boring well into underground for hundreds of meters, pumping of that water, supplying those thousands of occupants. This kind of say, it's really horrible. I just feel so billionaires just focus on building apartments more profitable, I think, to them. Uh, just, just keep disturbing our planet and using their this modern plus toilet just for little being also uh, liters of water just in one push. How we easily wasting so much, so disturbing. Just before summer also the this kind of hotness, dryness, too dry, unnatural, and this plastic which take almost hundreds of thousands of years and disappearing, and it just keep blocking that natural water sweeping into the underground thing. So we just create ourselves. So I don't want to say ourselves. I just want you to think you students. How can you stop this? Just everywhere these new apartments, building never stop without any phone or any water resource around nearby. This kind of it's just really disturbing. I will leave it to you students and scholars. For now, uh, my native said Manipur is burning since 2023 May. It has been going on riot in between two big communities. Now, already 60,000 of innocent people have already been displaced internally. 2000, over 2000, to 250 people already dead, and the burning of houses, burning of clothes, almost inhabitable people there. Our current Prime Minister refused to go to Manipur to intervene with right approach. He refused. I don't know if Manipur is not an integral part of India. He refused. Uh, so Manipur, one of the poorest few states of India, now is suffering churches, temples, burning this. I just feel now is under president rule because the the chief minister uh, he was failed completely in bringing normalcy in Manipur. So he was forced to resign. I think if Manipur be the integral part of India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji himself, he deserved to quit. I just feel really sorry. Mm, This uh, sustainable development goal of plants, there is not um, nothing is there that kind of thing surrounded by 9 hills, all the sides of the that is small state. So I think for the land reservation all that change. And now that Oxfam Special Powers Act, which was created by the British colonizers, but just change in name only now this current independent India is applying particularly to the northeast state and Jammu Kashmir. I want Manipur to be again democratic, and I just feel just helpless now. That's why I came here and be uh, governor because of my past struggle. But I want your voice to stop this uh, uh, apartment buildings. Why the government can't stop the billionaires to focus on only apartment construction? It's really affecting the environment, the ecology. So, sorry. Thank you. In Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji did to go to Manipur, intervene, feeling as just with the sense of belongingness, as responsibility. This federal country, it is a responsibility when the state has his responsibility. President rule is not a solution. Uh, I'm just, I don't.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Eron for enlightening and thought-provoking discussion on the pressing issues in Manipur. We are deeply honored to have the esteemed presence of our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Regina Matthias, whose visionary across our institution. Ma'am, your dedication to advancing education and innovation truly paves the way for a brighter future. We are grateful for your support and are privileged to share this important occasion with you. I now invite the conference conveners, Dr. Prematoli D and Dr. Mary Princess Lavanya, to honor our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Regina Matthias. I request Dr. Regina Matthias to deliver the presidential address.
Distinguished guests, Dr. Selvaraj Arulnathan SJ, Director Indian Social Institute, Bangalore, Ms. Vinod Shamila, Indian activist, Dr. Shanal, Assistant Professor from University of Texas Downtown, esteemed faculty members, participants of St. Louis University, Amelia and abroad. A very good morning to you all. I'm honored to welcome you all to this significant gathering where we come together to discuss advancing sustainable transitions for people and planet. As we gather here today, I'm reminded of the urgent need for collective action to address the challenges of sustainability. As the saying goes, the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. It is our responsibility as individuals and as a global community to take ownership of this challenge and work towards a more sustainable future. The statistics are alarming. Rising temperatures, melting glaciers, and extreme weather events are just a few of them of a larger problem. The World Health Organization estimates that between 2030 and 2050, climate change will cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year, mainly due to malnutrition, malaria, diarrhea, and stress. The economic cost of inaction will be staggering, with estimates suggesting that climate change could lead to a loss of up to 11% of global GDP by 2100. But despite these challenges, I'm optimistic about the ability to create a better future. As the great environmentalist Rachel Carson once said, the choice after all is ours to make. If we have the will to do so, we can choose to act in ways that will ensure the survival of our planet. We have the knowledge, the technology, and the expertise to make a difference. What we need now is the collective will to act. Today, we have the privilege of hosting some of the most influential minds in the field of sustainability who will share their expertise and insights on the road ahead. As we embark on this journey, I urge you all to join us in this critical conversation. Let us work together to create a better future, a future that is just, equitable, and sustainable for all. As the famous quote goes, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Let us dream big and let us work together to make that dream a reality. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Matthias, for your encouraging words and vision. I now call upon Ms. Viola Rona to honor our collaborator from the University of Houston, downtown Texas, USA, Dr. Shehnaz Savani. I also request Dr. Tess, please honor our collaborator. To conclude the inaugural session, I invite Dr. Prema Jyoti D, Assistant Professor, Convener of the International Conference, to deliver a vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, esteemed speakers, respected paper presenters and delegates, and my dear students, very good morning to you one and all. As we conclude the inaugural session of the title SPOTS, International Conference on Advancing Sustainability, Transition for People and Planet, the road ahead. It is my distinct honor to extend my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the organizing committee of the conference and the School of Social Work, St. Joseph's University. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Selvaraj Arunathan S.J., Director of Indian Institute, Bangalore, Indian Social Institute, Bangalore. Sir, your profound insights and inspirational guidance have set the remarkable tone for the conference. Your unwavering commitment of sustainability and your dedication to fostering a better future for our planet serve as a vital reminder to the significance of our assembly here today. We thank you so. I would also like to extend the special thanks to our guest of honor, Ms. Irom Sharmila, esteemed Indian activist. Your expertise and innovative perspective have broadened our understanding of the diverse pathway available for advancing sustainability. We are confident that your contribution will greatly influence our discussion and actions in the session that we are discussing in follow session. I also request, I also extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to Shahnaz Shawani, Hostel University Downtown, and entire team for always encouraging us and for unwavering support and being with us. We thank you, ma'am. I also extend a sincere gratitude and thanks to Dr. Regina Mathai, our Pro-Vice Chancellor, St. Joseph's University. Ma'am, we always appreciate and thank for your consistent support and guidance at our School of Social Work. Thank you, ma'am. I also thank in absentia our Father Victor Lobo, Vice Chancellor of University, and Register Melvina Fuller for their, in their absentia for their unwavering support to the School of Social Work for organizing this conference successfully. We thank you so. We are immensely grateful to all our panelists and paper presenters who is willing to share their valuable research experiences and best practices throughout this conference is crucial. Your dedication to knowledge sharing plays a vital role in bridging the gap between theory and practice. And involvement, effective participation in the conference. Thank you all. A long thank you is also extended to all the delegates and participants who have traveled far to join us, and your enthusiasm, creativity, and dedication to the principles of sustainability are integral to the success of this conference. We look forward to the fruitful discussion and collaboration that will emerge during the time together. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Prema Jyoti, for your heartfelt gratitude. I wish all the participants of the conference a fruitful and insightful 2 days. An important announcement, I request all the faculty members of the School of Social Work and the University of Houston Downtown to join the dignitaries on the dais for a photograph. So they must Kindly maintain discipline. Another announcement, the plenary session will be held in the same venue immediately after the ceremony. I request the dignitaries to take their seats among the audience. Those who are not registered the session, Dr. Alan Godfrey and the speaker, Dr. Shehna Sabali, take their seats on the dais. We are honored to have Dr. Alan Godfrey, Head of School of Social Work, SJU, as our moderator for this session. A true beacon of wisdom, dedication,